Today was one of those procrastinating days where I try to avoid starting my painting. One of the most beautiful paradoxes in life is that balance or contrast between wanting something, wanting to achieve something, and also just wanting peace and relaxation. Especially when at work I'm feeling a bit drained and there's so many decisions that I'm trying to make. When it comes to our art and hobbies for that matter, where do we draw the line on performance and enjoyment? Where do we think that rest is better than doing? And vice versa, also when it's doing better than resting. I don't have the answer to all these questions since I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But what I have noticed is that it is more like a dance where, depending on the type of dance, there's certain steps or moves that you perform, which take time to learn, and you also need to practice those moves in isolation. And there's times where you're able to improvise and just enjoy the music, feel the music inside of you as you move across the dancing floor. But I think we've all been there when we hear the music, we feel it inside of our bones, and we're trying to express ourselves through these movements, and then suddenly we hit a beat, but it feels awkward. It feels like that move that we just did, like it just felt like inorganic. It didn't feel like it flowed with everything else that you were doing. And that for me is the cue for when I know I have to go and practice, and I know I have to master something that might be boring at first, but I know that in the long run, the days that I get to just let loose in a way, then I know that I will be able to be free and completely creative in what I do. And one can't happen without the other. So, also, if I don't express myself freely and I don't go around the dance floor trying to just let myself loose and feel the music through my bones, then I will not find those moments of where it just feels like something was wrong, that I am missing something in my movement and like my understanding of music and beats. And I mean, I'm not really a dancer, so this is a complicated metaphor, but I hope that you're getting the point of what I'm trying to get. It's just very similar to painting, where you practice your values and composition and color mixing and um, just anything that has to do with technical skill, so that the next time that you go out and try to paint, or you're just trying to paint something that you really want to paint, and you're just letting yourself loose, you're not thinking about all these steps that you have to do in a technical way. You're just painting for painting's sakes, for your enjoyment. And then you see that you arrive at a point where you're just flowing with the painting, you're in the flow. And of course, you'll also maybe encounter some points of where like you're like, oh, I really don't know how to do that. And those are the times where we should write that down and then try to practice it next time when you're not feeling super motivated to paint something amazing. That's the best time where we should try to just practice something small, because when we are able to practice something, at least, no matter how boring it is or how like small it might seem, at the end of the day, that small action is gonna pay off more than us not painting just because we don't feel like painting. It's like when you're not feeling creative, work. And when you're not feeling like working, be creative. Have some fun. experiment, just let yourself loose, let yourself dance to the music of painting and your imagination and see what comes out. And even though today was not a day of dancing to the music of my imagination, it was just practicing and seeing the values, structures, and like the warms and the cools of the colors and composition as well. And actually, at some point, I really got into the flow and started enjoying it. And that is also very important, to learn how to enjoy the process of both being creative and also practicing your craft. I think that that's the most invaluable thing that I'm learning with this project. And I hope that I can transmit that message to you guys as well, so that we can all achieve our full creative potential while enjoying our art at our fullest, because that's the whole point, enjoying our art to our fullest. And I hope that you do that all the time, or at least strive to do that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.